Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike from 1AAuto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And next time you need parts for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the driver's seat cushion in this 2008 Dodge Ram. This seat happens to have the heated option, but the procedure is the same for non-heated seats. You'll need a new seat cushion from 1AAuto.com, 10 to 18 millimeter sockets with ratchet and extensions, T45 Torx bit, pliers, penetrating oil, number 2 and number 3 Phillips screwdrivers, flat blade screwdriver, and a torque wrench.
Before working on any part of the electrical system, you'll want to use a 10 millimeter wrench to remove the negative terminal of your battery and set it off to the side. After the battery's been disconnected and the vehicle sat for 30 minutes to allow the airbag modules to power down, you'll need a 15 millimeter socket to undo two 15 millimeter bolts at the front of the seat brackets. Remove the two 18 millimeter bolts at the back of the rail. You may want to spray the underside of the vehicle where the bolts go through with some penetrating oil. Remove the cover at the bottom of the seatbelt by snapping it out. Undo the T45 Torx bolt holding the bottom of the seatbelt in. Repeat these steps on the opposite side. Lay the seats back. Secure the rear seatbelt around the headrest, buckle it in so you can work on the bottom side of the seats. Disconnect the electrical connector under the driver's seat. Disconnect the two electrical connectors on the passenger side of the center seat. Pull back on the red safety tab on the rearmost connector so you can push down and release it. Remove the wire loom retainer from the front driver's corner of the harness. Remove the four 13 millimeter nuts holding the seats together. If you're only removing the driver's seat, you only have to remove the two nuts that attach the center to the driver's seat. Remove the seat belt that was securing the seats. Lay them down. Carefully remove the driver's seat from the vehicle. You may need a friend to help you if you can't maneuver them out on your own without damaging the truck. Set up your seat somewhere you can work on it, like a workbench. You're going to need to remove 1, 2, 3, and a fourth number 2 Phillips screw around the back, as well as a number 3 Phillips for this latch if you have a manual seat. Once your screws are removed, you'll have to pull out on the back cover. It's hooked around the metal seat frame. Once that's free, lift up to release these tabs from this line here. Disconnect your electrical connector. Push down on the tab on the inner edge of this connector to release. Remove the 3 Phillips head screws on the opposite side, 1 in the back, 2 on the side. Release the back of the cover the same way you did on the other side. Remove the side cover. Lay your seat on its back and remove the plastic hooks. You can use a small flat blade screwdriver if they're really stuck on there. Be careful not to snap these. Just unhook Do the bottom two next. These upper clips hold the cover from the seat back. The next set are for the bottom of your cushion cover. Release the clips on the sides. Remove your seat cover and cushion. Careful for any wiring. Looks like we have an occupancy sensor or a heated seat. So you'll want to disconnect this electrical connector underneath. And the black one on the inner edge. Undo the Velcro on your seat cover and work the cover off of your cushion carefully. It's Velcroed on. Here we have our new seat cushion from 1A Auto. We're going to reinstall it into the seat cover. We're going to use our old one, but now is a great time to replace it if yours has become damaged from the seat cushion being worn out. These steps will be exactly the same. You'll just be using a new part. Tuck the cushion in nice and tight. This little Velcro strap goes across the bottom there. We're going to reinstall it onto the seat frame. Pull our cover through the seat back. We're going to lay our seat down so we can hook our cover back into place here. Before we get everything locked down, make sure that our heating pad harness is pulled through. Roll over the sides of the cushion. Move on to the front, the top the way it's laying now. Lay your seat back up. Make sure that your cover looks nice, tight, and square. Give it a few pulls to make sure that everything's going to stay seated. Reconnect your connectors for the heated seat. Reconnect black connector, which goes to the heated seat in the backrest. Reinstall your side cover. Reconnect the connector to your seat position switch. Remember that these tabs hook over this metal rail here. And that the back of this cover snaps over the back of the metal seat rail. Now reinstall your 4 Phillips head screws. Reinstall the lever onto the splines and your number 3 Phillips screw. Ensure that you have it tight enough the lever works properly. Hook the back of the cover on the opposite side into place. Reinstall the 3 Phillips head screws on this side. Reinstall the driver's seat. Lay it back. And reconnect to the center console. Be sure to line up the nuts with the marks from where they came off. Reconnect the electrical connectors. Reconnect the big connector at the base of the seat. Lay your seats back down. Line them up with their bolt holes and the alignment mark on the front inside mount on both sides. Start the bolts in the front of your seat on both sides. Start the bolts in the rear. Using an 18mm socket and ratchet, tighten down the rear bolts on the seat brackets. Torque the seat bolts to 30 foot-pounds. Using a 15mm socket and ratchet, tighten the front seat track bolts. Torque the front seat bolts to 30 foot-pounds. Reinstall the tab on the bottom of your seat belt into its hole and over the stud. Reinstall your bolt with a T45 torque socket. Torque the seat belt bolt to 29 foot-pounds. Repeat this step on the opposite side. Snap the plastic seatbelt cover back into place. Reinstall your negative battery terminal. Tighten it back with a 10mm socket.
Thanks for tuning in. We hope this video helped you out. Next time you need parts for your car, please visit 1aauto.com. Also check out our other helpful how-to as well as diagnosis videos.